He trained away from the squad, flew off without permission, and left everyone at Newcastle wondering whether he's staying or going. The Alexander Isak saga has taken a fresh twist, and it could change everything at the club in the next few days. I'm Rodrigo, and you're watching Newcastle Mania, the channel made by a fan, for fans who live and breathe Newcastle United. You blinked, and Newcastle was suddenly all over the headlines. Today I've got 3 big stories that are shaking things up at the club, and the last one, number 3, is the most explosive of the lot. But before we get there are 2 important updates you need to hear so you can understand the full picture. And listen, the other day, Chelsea fans were in the comments saying this channel doesn't grow because Newcastle's fan base is too small. Well, shall we show them what the black and white army is really made of? If you love Newcastle and you want to see this club flying higher than ever, hit that subscribe button right now. It's free. It makes a huge difference, and together we can shut them right up. News 1. New life in the transfer market. After a long spell shackled by the strict PSR rules, which limit how much a club can spend in relation to its revenue, Newcastle United can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. The board have balanced the books, tidied up the finances, and now, according to inside sources, have the green light to move far more freely in the transfer window. Magpies boss Eddie Howe isn't hiding his optimism. He believes there's still enough time to turn this summer's window, which started slowly, into a real success. Even with the clock ticking down, the plan is in full swing and reinforcements are already lined up. One of them is centre-back Malik Thiaw, a standout at AC Milan, who's expected to arrive soon to strengthen the back line. He'll join Anthony Elanga, brought in to boost the attack, and goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale, a key signing between the sticks. But the ambition doesn't stop there. Newcastle are working to bring in 2 new strikers, one to replace Alexander Isak if the Swede leaves, and another to fill the gap left by Callum Wilson, who departed in July. With Isak's future looking more uncertain by the day, the attacking department has become the club's top priority in the market. Despite all the movement, Howe is quick to remind everyone that spending for the sake of it doesn't guarantee success. He points to last season as proof. When the club made just a few signings, many labeled them quiet in the market, and yet they produced one of their best campaigns in recent years. The key, he says, is picking the right players, the ones who fit the squad and can make an immediate impact. The biggest and perhaps most exciting development for fans is that, behind the scenes at St. James Park, there's a growing belief that the PSR shadow no longer looms over the club. That means more freedom to invest, negotiate, and truly compete in the market. Howe sees this as a perfect chance to inject fresh energy into the squad, reigniting the hunger and belief ahead of the new season. Even after a pre-season without a single win, Howe is keeping his message upbeat. He insists that if he had to start the campaign with the squad as it is, he'd do it with pride and confidence, convinced that his players could surprise people again and silence the doubters. News 2. Race against the clock. Right, Toon Army, the countdown has begun. We've got less than a week before Newcastle United wrap up business in the transfer market, with our Premier League opener against Aston Villa set for the 16th of August. The clock's ticking, the pressure's on, and it's now or never for the board and Eddie Howe to pull off the kind of smart deals that could shape our entire season. So far, we brought in 2 big additions, forward Anthony Elanga and goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale, and we're very close to sealing the signing of AC Milan centre-back Malik Thiaw to strengthen the back line. But the job's not done yet. The hottest talking point in this window, Alexander Isak's future. The Swedish striker has made it clear he wants to leave, and while a massive bid from Liverpool was knocked back, inside the club there's an understanding. We need to be ready with a replacement. That's where Brentford's Johan Wissa comes in. He's top of the shortlist to lead the line if Isak moves on, and with proven Premier League quality and a knack for finding the net, he could be a rock-solid option up front. But it's not just about attack and defense. There's fresh news from the midfield too. According to The Telegraph, Newcastle have their eyes on Bilal El-Khanis from Leicester City. The young Moroccan, who first made waves at Genk before moving to England, has a £22.5 million release clause and is also being tracked by Leeds United and Tottenham Hotspur. He's versatile, creative, and could slot perfectly into the style Howe's building here at St. James Park. With so many targets in play and the transfer window closing fast, they could turn from a slow, frustrating summer into an absolutely electric finish. The next few days are going to be packed with negotiations, phone calls, and maybe, just maybe, the kind of surprise announcements that shake not only Newcastle United, but the whole Premier League. News 3. Controversial exit and surprise signing. Right then, it's time for the biggest headline of the day, the one that's shaken the fan base and put Newcastle United all over the sports pages. While the debate over Alexander Isak's potential move to Liverpool was dominating conversation, the club quietly confirmed a completely unexpected deal. Newcastle have snapped up 16-year-old wonder kid Isaac Moran from Liverpool. And this wasn't just any move. Moran actually turned down a contract to stay with the Reds and instead chose to start a brand new chapter at St. James Park. The lad has already played for England's youth sides and, despite his age, has captained them in several matches, a clear sign he's got not only talent, but leadership and personality on the pitch. Inside the club, sources say Moran stands out for his maturity, composure, and game intelligence, qualities you don't usually see in someone so young. The hope is that he'll progress quickly through the academy system and could be knocking on the first team's door within just a few years. But of course, the main talking point is still Alexander Isak. The Swedish striker, one of our most important players, was left out of the pre-season tour of the Far East, officially because of a thigh injury. But things took a turn when it came out he'd traveled without permission to train with his old club, Real Sociedad. That didn't go down well internally, and even after returning, he's still being kept out of full team training. The tension cranked up another notch when Liverpool came in with a £110 million bid. Huge money, but Newcastle instantly rejected it. The stance from the board is crystal clear. Isak will only be sold if a top-quality replacement is already secured. And here's where the frustration kicks in. Our main alternative, Benjamin Sesko, signed for Manchester United, leaving us without an obvious plan B right now. Eddie Howe hasn't hidden his feelings about it. In his press conference, he made it clear he wants Isak in the squad, training and playing as soon as possible. But he also admitted he's not expecting any changes before the Premier League open against Aston Villa. The fan base is split. Some say keep our number 9 at all costs. Others reckon we should cash in now and use the funds to strengthen all over the pitch. One thing for sure, this saga is far from over. Every new twist adds more tension, more anticipation, and more anxiety. And whatever happens could shape not just this season, but the entire direction of Newcastle United's ambitious long-term project. So there you have it, a Newcastle with fresh energy in the transfer market, a race against time to get deals over the line, and the most talked about storyline of the summer, the Alexander Isak saga, now with the extra spice of surprise signing straight from Liverpool. These are intense days at St. James Park, with decisions being made that could completely reshape the team and decide how this season plays out. The mood is pure roller coaster. One minute it feels like the walls are closing in, the next a bit of news sparks fresh hope. That's Newcastle for you, not for the faint-hearted. Every day could bring an unexpected hero or a bombshell in the transfer market. Now I want to hear from you. Is Isak staying and becoming our main man this season, or is he already halfway out the door to another Premier League club? And what about young Isaac Moran? Could he be a future star and a symbol of this new Newcastle, or is he more of a long-term gamble? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all and love seeing our fan base discussing and debating. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't waste any time. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you don't miss a single update, and share this with a mate who lives and breathes Newcastle United like we do. Around here, we live the club 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, always with black and white in our hearts. Until next time, hoey the lads.